Ask for the truth on behalf of Maria Black concerning the next maybe the next 12 months. I don't know what's going on here for the just had her 29th birthday, and just want to see what's going on for the next 12 months or so. Just ask for guidance and insight here in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. The supernatural truth is always the truth, isn't it? Let's just see what we're going to or what's happening now. We'll start now forwards. There's no sort of past. I've sometimes done past, present and then future continually, but it's more like just like a now really. So this month is of course the month of December, so we're just starting out here, and I suppose whether it's around about the 30th of November or whatever, I don't know, but certainly just around about now. We've got the house. The house is of course it's security and all that sort of thing, but notice there we've got the water there, and we've got a little boat park next to it. The water symbolises emotional attachment to a place, and it's as if there is this sort of emotional attachment that you've got right now to where you are. Maybe somebody suggested, shall we move home or go and live somewhere else? Get away from that dog barking or whatever. But the only real reason, I suppose, that you're not moving or whatever is because of this attachment that you've got. Best the devil we know, best stay here than move somewhere else. You know, maybe you're worrying about things that just won't happen. What's going on around the corner for next month, around about January time, around about New Year, and what's this all about here? You're going to receive a message about something or other. You're just going to receive a message about it. Maybe somebody knocking on your door and saying, "Oh, have you heard whatever?" Or you do realise that tra-la-la-la-la or whatever. I'm sort of getting it's somebody knocking on your door more than anything. You might meet them in the street and you say, "Oh, bloody hell, fancy, I haven't seen you for ages. Did you realise that da-da-da-da-da-da-da," or whatever. And it looks a bit black over Bell's mothers. You know, that sort of thing. I'm sort of getting that from it. Like, I would assume it's a significant form of message. But nevertheless, in February, it can give you something to think about there with thoughts. It's going to give you something to think about. Certainly, maybe somebody's making an offer or something like that. You can't refuse, I don't know. What about March? What's going on in March? Oh, there's a lover in March. I don't know who this is, naturally, but maybe this message has something to do with a lover in March, and you bump into him again in March, or I don't know if he's an ex coming back, but certainly a lover. So I don't know what you're up to and what you've been thinking about. But maybe you've got somebody on your mind. The thoughts, there's somebody on your mind in March. In February, and then in March, of course, the lover turns up. Hey presto. March, around about April, because it's financial year. The financial year, you got the widow here, and the widow just indicating really, you'll be she's somebody usually who's been ditched by a boyfriend, or it could be a divorced woman. I don't know, but it can be, you know, a woman in grief. But usually I lock onto the fact that you're going to, although there's the lover in March there, in April you're going to find yourself ditched. Why am I sort of sensing here as though it's more to do with like you're going to be ditched because, you know, Well, if you're going to talk to him, then I'm off, so to speak. I'm just getting this though. It might be a lover from the past, I don't know. But either way, May, what's around about Beltane time, around about the official summertime. I've got a bit of loss going on, maybe a touch of gambling, but you know you lose in the gamble, don't you, usually. But either way, he just be prepared to not win, particularly whatever it is you're supposed to be winning out on, winning and maybe I don't know, maybe love or an argument even. It could be just simply losing an argument. But I'm sort of sensing maybe there could be a bit of money loss on sort of around about then, around about May. What's going on around about June? Around about June. Oh, you're going on a journey in June, you're travelling. I was trying to focus on the black and white horses as if the horse is carried by light and darkness, as good and bad, or this and that, positive and negative. Is this you've gone past somewhere? Of course, there might be the destination, could have been where you've gone past it. But I don't know, you're travelling anyway, so maybe for as much as you've lost out financially, you will be travelling around about then. So December, January, February, March, April, May there. So what's happening around about June? Summer to midsummer. We're coming into money in June, midsummer. So maybe you've got to travel to either get another job, or you've got to travel to collect the money or something. Maybe it's a lottery when you've got to go down to the central office and fill your name and have your photograph taken as if, oh bloody hell, just remember who tells you if that's what it does. But it is a significant amount of money. Why am I sort of thinking of this travel is to see somebody? Why am I sort of thinking it's seeing somebody who's dying, and they'll be leaving you something? I don't know. Let's hope not. Let's forget that. But we can't, can we now? Try not to think about it. So from December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, what's happening? You're making an enemy in July. I don't know whether money, maybe it's somebody who's jealous, somebody maybe may have thought the inheritance was theirs, I don't know, or just thought that maybe they should have had a cut, I don't know, but this is over money, naturally, and that's that's July. Somebody round the corner there, ready to sort of pounce, I don't know, but just be careful, you might make an enemy, and if it's a family member then you're fucked. You can choose your friends, but you can't your family, can you? That's the thing. Around about there, it's July, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. What's happening in August? Falsehood in August. This could be that enemy trying to lie their way into it or something like that. Just be careful here. This may all happen all at once, and it might all be over by next week. Usually I find with this sort of thing, he does have a tendency to all happen at once instead of throughout the month. But let's just play the game as we're doing, just in case it might be. So just make a note, and if it all happens next week and you think, oh shit, that's all gone and bloody happened, don't be surprised. Just many happy returns anyway, either way. And if we haven't foretold the bloody rest of the year, it's all happened in the next month or two or whatever, next week or two even, then that's just how these gypsy cards work, I'm afraid. I'm doing this more out of hope than purpose. Hope that it's going to be 12 months down the line, August. Let's see what's going on in September, or it could be next week, I don't know. September the sweetheart, you become somebody's sweetheart. After this falsehood, these lies, you are somebody's sweetheart. It sort of stands as though that's you. That is you in some regard, but things remain the same, and the more they change, they remain the same. Around about December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, around about October. So things tend to remain the same around about October. Not much change. Maybe the eye of, I don't know, whatever, the all-seeing eye there or something. Maybe your psychic abilities are enhanced, I don't know. But it's just all the same thing. You're seeing the same old thing, same old crap. Around about November time, around about, of course, November, it brings hope. Maybe no news is good news. And so there's some distant horizons and hope, something on the distant horizon there that may show promise in some regards. Something over the hill on the distant peaks, distant things that you can achieve. But around about this time next year, around about the next birthday, something ecclesiastical. It could be anything really, from a religious point of view or from an occult point of view, or the power of prayer. You may be turning to the power of prayer, maybe in thanksgiving that your hopes have been realised, or maybe more out of, I don't know, hoping that things are going to remain the same or get better or whatever. But I'm saying you're turning to religion for some reason here. I don't know what that's about, but either way, as we say, the more things change, the more they remain the same. So it's just same old crap. But I don't know what all this is about. You'll know what that's about. If it all happens all at once, hey ho, that's just the way the cookie crumbles with these gypsy cards. Maybe a bit of feedback. You said you're going to get feedback. Maybe just a bit of feedback to say, maybe you can private message me or something to say, oh, that all bloody happened last week, or it hasn't happened yet, and so next year you can say it all happened, so we know if these are for 12 months or for 12 bloody days, because some people I do readings for with these, it all happens all at once. So if it does, that's just how it goes. Just expect it, and well, don't think of a big red tomato, and don't expect it, and you might be pleasantly surprised when. So it's a bit of a dark art, slightly timing with these gypsy cards, but we'll just pretend it's 12 months just in case it is. We'll cast a dark shadow of supernatural truth over all of these cards, that for you, just for now, until our 30th, have spoken.